Hi, welcome to Barb's Kitchen Center. Today I'm standing in the food room just so I can introduce the videos on quick breads. Thanks for joining us in Celeste's Test Kitchen. I'm Celeste, for our series on quick breads. The first one was German onion cake. The next one you're about to see is the ice cream bread. Who knew you could make really good quick bread with just 3 ingredients, one of them being ice cream. And it is literally a 4 ingredient loaf, and one of those ingredients is ice cream. So I saw it on the internet. I didn't believe it could work. I had to try it. The first time I tried it, I used vanilla ice cream, so you can use any ice cream you want, but it has to be a full-fat ice cream. No skinny ice cream in this recipe, because when you do a low-fat ice cream, it cuts out other things that are. And when you think about it, ice cream is, baking's perfect food because it has your eggs, it has your dairy. So really, the only thing you need is leavening and flour. So I hope you like pistachios.
Love pistachio.
So we're using Finocchio's Sicilian pistachio ice cream. So let's see. We need 2 cups of softened ice cream, and it doesn't have to be like fully softened, melty. This is still pretty hard, and I am actually going to use my fork to make sure I do indeed get the full 2 cups in here. So 1 cup of Italian ice cream. It's very good ice cream. This is like the 3rd quart of it I bought because I thought, I'm going to do this for class. And then I'm like, I didn't bring lunch. I need ice cream.
I was just going to say, did someone eat it out of the fridge?
No, I ate it out of a bowl.
Yeah.
So, and would either of you like ice cream?
No.
You sure it's really good?
I don't like ice cream.
I don't like ice cream either, but this is good.
I like my homemade ice cream now that I've started.
This is very much what this is like.
Yeah.
So, all right. Do you want some ice cream, Tony? Got to feed the cameraman. I'll give you a very tiny bowl so you can taste it.
Okay. Oh, it's cold.
Probably should have grabbed a proper ice cream scoop. See, it's close.
It's very nice, yep.
Yeah. See, I don't really care for ice cream, but I will eat this. This is
very nice. Yeah.
It's almost more of a frozen custard than.
Very nice, yep.
So we have our ice cream in the bowl. I'm just going to even it out. And this time I'm using cake paddles because this is going to be a little stiffer dough and I don't want to bend my wire whisks. Then we need our flour, which is 1.5 cups. Again, for anybody who's wondering, I do know this is a liquid measure, but I did use a dry measure. This just happened to be a convenient vessel to put it in. And I will add this is baking powder this time. There we go. And a wee bit of salt. Mix this together. And I'm going to add pistachios because this is pistachio ice cream. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I just thought it really added to the flavor to have some crunch. The original recipe uses white ice cream, and then just before you put it in the oven, you cover it with sprinkles on top, which sort of is self-icing, but I'm not in junior high, so no offense to anybody in junior high, just this is a more adult bread. All right. And again, I will grease my loaf pan because this is a more traditional quick bread and it is cooked in a loaf pan. Need another spatula. And because it's ice cream and it's still very cold, it tends to be stickier. I've never thawed out the ice cream totally and tried it because a lot of commercial ice creams, when you thaw them out totally, they kind of separate and get weird. If you've ever had a fridge or freezer die and had ice cream in it, it's not pretty.
No. I was just going to say, I don't think ice cream would last long in your house.
In my house?
Yeah.
Not with my husband and my kids love ice cream.
Yeah.
Most often you will hear somebody go to the freezer to get ice cream and be upset because there is no ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The container's there,
Yeah.
usually with a spoon in it, but no ice cream. All right, very cold, very thick, dense batter, and really it's only dense because the ice cream is still very cold and mostly solid. The one thing with quick breads is you don't want to overmix them because, like I said, as soon as you add the liquid, the leavening starts working, and you can work it past the leavening's optimal rising time. And baking soda, baking powder, eggs all can act as leavening agents, but they're not strong like yeast is. Mm-hmm. So they tend to have a very short shelf life. And that's why, generally speaking, with these things, if you use a lower protein flour, like a cake flour or pizza flour, you will tend to get a higher loaf, but it may not have the texture that you were expecting. I know I made biscuits, and I tried them with cake flour versus all-purpose flour versus bread flour. Mm-hmm. And while the ones made with cake flour turned out really light and fluffy, everyone preferred the denser biscuit because that was a texture they're more familiar with.
Yeah. This doesn't look very deep.
No, and it should. This is. The last time I made it, it did come up fairly high, okay. But this is a little wider pan and a little longer, so it will probably reach the top of the pan-ish. Okay. So, all right, into the oven it goes, and it is, let me double check, yes, 45 minutes at 350, and we have, 10 minutes left on our timer, so, there we go. Onion cake is looking good. All right, so in 45 minutes, we will check our ice cream cake. Next out of the oven is our ice cream bread. Be very St. Patty's Day. It's really quite green, but, and it's very, very warm. So it rose nice. It's not high like a loaf, but it is indeed, or like a bread, but always guess wrong. This is not the serrated knife in this kitchen. So there we go. This is easier to cut cool, but there we go. Pistachio ice cream bread. All right.